This is Doug DeMuro in the Cars and Bids office, and today we have a challenge. Around me are several cars that I have reviewed, and today I am going to start them and rev them up for Filippo, Kennan, and a special guest, and they're going to have to guess which is which based on the engine and exhaust sound. Now, our special guest today is RedlineRaphael. You may know him from Instagram or TikTok, where he posts all sorts of cool car content. Well, here today he's at the Cars and Bids office. They're up on the roof, out of sight. They don't know what cars I've chosen, and while they wait, I've given them a few conversation topics to discuss.
American cheese, slightly fake, yellow, slices.
Corvette.
Buick Encore.
The Buick Encore is too blobby.
Because you use American cheese on a burger. It's like what you use.
Chevy Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
Monte Carlo is
Chevy
in
Monte
that
Carlo.
range.
Chevy
It's also
Monte
built
Carlo.
like cheese. It's kind of flabby. So like, yeah, that's...
I have something very exciting to share. The Cars and Bids merch store is live with more designs than ever before. That's right, you can now wear your love of quirks and features with t-shirts, hoodies, keychains, and yes, even license plate frames, because nothing says you know your quirks and features like proudly wearing our merch. We've got high-quality shirts that are perfect attire for car events, DOUGSCORE shirts, car spotter shirts, even a shirt with God's chariot itself, Kennan's E39 M5. I already have a few of the items. They're super comfortable, very cool, and honestly, way more stylish than my usual wardrobe. So head to merch.carsandbids.com to check it out. That's merch.carsandbids.com. Grab your merch and show the world that you support this YouTube channel. All right, time for the first competitor, RedlineRaphael. Let's have him come down. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, this is our blindfold / sleeping mask. I'm gonna put this on you, or you can help me put it on you maybe. And then, can you see?
No. I cannot.
Okay, I'm gonna walk you, because there's a lot of cars and we don't wanna crash into them. How are you feeling about this? Do you feel confident?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
The people you're competing against, they don't know anything. So I think you'll probably end up okay.
All right. I'm right now just reading Wikipedia articles in my mind.
But that's not going to help you. They don't have sound on Wikipedia.
You're right.
All right, so here's the deal. You're standing in the middle. There are 4 cars. I'm going to rev one. I'm going to get in, rev it, get back out, ask you what you think, etc. I'm going to go down the 4, okay?
Gotcha.
And obviously, whoever gets the most is the winner. Are you prepared to win?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right, I'll start. What was that?
I think I heard a supercharger. It might sound dumb, but North Star.
The North Star.
I heard an electronic actuator when you opened the door. I'm like, all right, what car in here has an electronic actuator? So I can pre-think, and it sounded like a V8 I haven't heard before, so probably a North Star.
Okay, so you think that was the Cadillac?
Yep, the STS.
Okay, all right, ready for the next one?
Yep.
Woo, woo. I'm making noise so you can't tell about the door. All right, what was that one?
I'm going to say the C43 AMG.
C43 AMG.
Yeah, W202.
Nice 202 V8 AMG.
Yeah.
Brrr. Okay, that's your second one. Let me kill it, I forgot to. What made you think it was the C43?
It just didn't sound like the 6.2 to me in the Black Series. I could be completely wrong. I might be.
For all we know, it could have been an Acura Integra.
Maybe.
No, probably not. Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What was that?
Hard to say. Hard to say. Shoot.
What are you thinking? Tell me what you're going between.
For some reason in my head, the Di Tommaso Pantera, but it just, in my head, I feel like there'd be a little more girth to that V8 sound. I mean, I don't know, actually. I'm going to say the Pantera.
The Pantera. Okay.
Yeah.
And our final one. All right, what was that one?
3800 V6 Chevy Monte Carlo Dale Earnhardt edition.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're from Florida, so that
Yeah,
one.
that's the sound of Daytona Beach.
All right, you ready to pull it off?
Yep. It's
All
not
right.
the Pantera.
Well, I don't know. Take it off. You want to find out? Oh, it was the Bravada.
Wow.
That
That
was
was
a
way
4300. Yeah, how did you so perfectly get the 3800 instantly, but the 4.3 you confused with a 70s Ford V8?
I honestly, that's a bit humiliating, actually. I don't know. In my head, I'm like, I didn't have a baseline for that, and I never listens to it.
The Pantera, I can't imagine starts that easily. Like, I imagine it's carbureted, so I imagine it requires a little finesse.
I knew this one was wrong. I'm like, I was thinking in my head, like, what else
Could it have been?
would it be? And for some reason, I didn't even think about the Bravada. That didn't cross my mind.
The old 4300. The Bravada never
got
crosses
stumped.
anybody's mind.
Exactly.
However, you did get the Cadillac. You were wrong about the Black Series. It was the Black Series and not the 43.
knew
But
it.
obviously, you were right going between those two.
Yeah, like I thought the 63 Black Series would be a little bit louder.
I did too. That's
In
the
my
first time.
head, I thought, oh, it's going to be kind of roar, like Black Series. And I'm like, oh, this is a little more tame. It's just the W202.
I agree with you. That was tamer than I expected. This is the first time I've been in the office since that car started, and it was not quite as loud and gurgly as I was expecting.
The Bravada threw everyone off.
The
Well, just me.
Bravada gotcha. Okay, all right.
Wow.
All right, let's see how they do. You ready? Okay, it's Filippo time. Are you ready? I'm ready. Put this on.
Oh God, it's so dark.
Can you see?
No. Stunningly effective.
Okay, let's walk. I promise I won't
Thank you.
harm you. No, I'm not going to run into you anything. If I was going to do that bit, I'll do it with Kennan. No, not yet.
That hallway is longer
That's
than you
interesting,
think.
though. There we go. Okay.
I've never trusted anybody less than I do right now.
Do not move.
No moving.
Okay. Are you ready?
What are we doing?
Revving the car. You know this already. We participated in the,
but I
in the
need
planning
to
of
know
this
for
video.
myself now. We're aware that Kennan has driven each of these cars into the office.
Oh, so you're already setting up.
He
excuse-
has an unfair advantage. He should
when
do
you
it
lose.
with headphones in and like music playing.
Who was here
Extra
when
challenge.
Kennan drove the cars to the office?
Not me.
Were you?
No, I don't know the office that well.
All right, ready? First car.
Electronic.
What was that silky smooth engine?
I'm confused because the electronic, like the door sound like an electronic door popper.
Yeah. So you're thinking TSX.
We don't have any cars that have that kind of door opening right now. It was sporty-ish.
TSX Sport Wagon?
Yeah, if only. I'm gonna guess the E46 M3 build.
E46 M3 Sportswagen.
Yeah,
Okay, you ready for the second car?
yeah.
All right. All right, that was a good one.
CLK black.
Okay, all right, next car. Are you ready? Why do you think it was a CLK
I
black?
for absolutely no reason.
You have no reason?
I'm guessing here.
Well, why don't you think it was the Pantera or the RA?
It started up too easily.
What
The
about the
RA is so
C43?
loud. It could be a C43, but I don't think it is.
Why do you think it's the black, not the C43?
I don't have a reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ready for the next one?
Thanks
Yeah.
for asking. I'm stunned by the pops that are happening. Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo. You think that was the Monte? Okay.
Yeah.
Even though it was popping?
Yeah.
Because Dale?
Because
Is that what you're thinking? You're
'cause
thinking Dale would pop?
Dale would
Yeah.
pop. Yep, Dale Earnhardt would pop.
All right, last one. You ready?
Plus, it was intimidating.
You were intimidated by that?
Yeah, as I should be.
Absolutely. All right, what was that?
Honda CRZ.
Honda CRZ.
I don't believe that, but
You don't believe that, but that's
That's what I'm going
where
with.
you're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
with. All right.
Yeah.
Pull off the blindfold. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow,
so
I did well.
I'm going to tell you what you said. This was an E46 M3.
Yeah, it is.
Because of the electronic door lock, which, by the way, this does have. I think you've driven this.
I have it.
I think you've sat in it for a meeting or two.
I have it. Incredibly.
This you got right.
Yeah.
The Bravada you said was the Monte Carlo. Unfortunately, it's the Bravada.
Bravada.
Yeah.
Same engine.
Not as bad as Raphael, who said it was the Pantera.
Isn't that the same engine?
No, the Bravada has the 4.3 liter V6. That has a 3800. And the Monte you said was the CRZ.
Yeah.
You
It sounds a little
really-
weaker than I expected. Gotta be honest.
Yeah, you really kind of like
I got
weakened all of the
one
cars.
and a half right.
You said the V8 was a 6-cylinder.
It didn't sound very
You said
V8-y.
this 6-cylinder was a 4-cylinder hybrid,
Yep.
and you said that this 4.3 V6 was
Yep.
actually a 3.8 V6.
Yep. I had one and a half right.
Because this is also a GM car.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
You got one right.
And a half.
Unfortunately for you, Raphael got 2 right.
Oh.
And
What did he get? He said it was a
He
Pantera.
got the Monte instantly, and he got the Cadillac. He said this was the C43. You ready for Kennan?
Yeah, again, I do think there's an
Yeah,
unfair-
Kennan's gonna win. Kennan
Ah.
has an advantage. Kennan. Let's see Kennan. All right, it's Kennan time. Kennan,
ready.
can you put this on?
I think I can manage that.
Okay.
Oh, let's see.
Can you see?
Oh, I forgot how dark these are from the last time we did this.
Can you see?
Don't touch the
I
cars.
knew you could see.
I can't see, but I know from aura what you're doing.
You can see.
I can't see anything. I swear to God, if you harm one piece of paint on that 348.
All right, ready?
I'm so scared. I'm more afraid of you guiding me toward the
I'm
car.
not gonna. I haven't damaged anybody or anything yet. I
Oh,
won't run you into your own car. Oh my God! You ran into the Carrera GT. You ruined everything. He grabbed the Carrera GT to make sure it wasn't his car.
I felt the PPF and I felt, oh no, I've hit something else.
Go! It's not in front of you. This is insane.
Yeah, but I'm running into cars. Oh, no, I'm really afraid.
This is the most insane thing I've ever experienced in my life.
I don't trust you. Oh,
You ready?
I'm very afraid. I'm trying to protect my watch.
You're gonna stand here and you don't have to move the rest of the time. Okay, you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay, first car.
Oh. Well, it's not the Pantera.
Okay, what was that?
Something with a V8.
Something
I
with
feel
a
like
V8.
it's the Cadillac.
Why is that? Why do you say that?
Well, there are only so many V8 cars around here, but I feel like when you press the button, I feel like I heard something that sounded familiar, like GM familiarity, but I could be very wrong.
I
Boy,
didn't know I pressed a button.
it sounded like a button to me.
Ah.
I think there was a button, which also would mean, because with that car, you get in it and it's keyless start, and there's a button you press to the right, and then it starts.
Okay, ready for the next
It also
one?
was like kind of a quiet V8, meaning I think it's more of a luxury car, and that car, you know.
What about the C43? Okay, what's next?
Do I have to move, or are you
No,
like?
no, stay right there. Okay, which one was that?
That's hard to say.
Why, what are you going between? Tell me in your mind.
Now, I'm actually thinking what you started first may have been the COK Black Series, and what you just started, I don't know.
Was what? Feed me.
I'm beginning to think that was the Cadillac. Was the second car.
Okay.
I can't guess Cadillac on both.
No, you
I guess
absolutely
I
can. That's why I don't want. That's why I'm not telling you in between. So if you want to guess the second time,
Okay. And it really popped. That was a really loud exhaust pop, like when it went, which I'm very confused.
bit of a popper, wasn't it?
Yeah, also a V8.
Yeah.
I'm saying that was the Cadillac. I'm saying the first one I was wrong about. And the
Okay,
second
so
one-
what was the first one then? Then you,
I
unless you want it.
think the first one was the COK Black Series.
Okay, first one was the Black Series, second was the Cadillac. You ready for the next one?
I'm ready. Oh, it's like. Oh.
What was that beauty?
Something underpowered that's like right on my foot. I feel like it's got.
Take me through your thoughts. What do you think?
Well, it's something with a small engine.
Like what size small? Like Prius small?
Like Prius small?
Honda CRZ small?
Right, those are what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm thinking it's the CRZ, but I don't
CRZ.
really know what that sounds like either.
Okay. All right. So that's your guess on that.
That's my
CRZ?
guess on that. I have no
Okay.
clue what it is.
All right. Last one. Last one.
Okay, last one. Sounds like a V6. Oh,
Okay. What do you think?
it smells like jet fuel.
So, was it our jet car?
It was the jet car. That's what it was. For some reason, I feel like that was the Monte Carlo.
The Monte?
Do
Why do
it
you
for
say
Dale.
For Dale. Why do you say that?
Because it sounded like a six-cylinder, which that is.
There's a lot of six cylinders in here. We got an M3
It was
wagon.
yes. Yes, that's a straight six, and I know the sound of the S54 very well. It was not that.
What about the G37?
No rasp. It did not sound like a VQ. I know that sound.
Yeah.
We all do.
So you
huh?
think that's the Monte?
I think it's the Monte. Yeah, I think that's the Monte.
Okay, you want to take off the blindfold?
No.
Come on,
don't.
pull it off and let's see how you didn't do.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got
Okay,
one
we're
for
gonna celebrate
sure.
the Monte.
I'll take
Unfortunately,
that.
you called the Bravada with a 4.3 liter V6 the CRZ, which has a 1.5 liter four cylinder. You switched around these two. And I gave you so much rope to hang yourself with, and you
I
just
did.
hung yourself.
I did. It was hard to tell. Well, that doesn't sound stock. Then.
You think that this wide-body touring car-looking 6.2 liter Black Series V8 is a North Star?
Well, let me
That
mansplain.
is
Let me mansplain something to you. You can't see it when you're blindfolded. So
That is a testament to the engineering of the folks at General Motors in Detroit, or maybe an untested.
untested to the lunacy of this particular vehicle.
Okay,
How did
so
that-
you got 1 out of the 4.
I got 1 out of the 4. Yeah, pretty rough.
Okay, the results are in. There's only, by random chance, there's not too many cars down here. You didn't do so well. He got 2 out of 4.
Wow, well done.
Well done.
Well
Somehow.
done.
However, he said he thought the Bravada was the Pantera.
Oh,
That's
the
rough.
pups.
the
Verbals.
Amazingly, Kennan said he thought the Bravada was the CRZ. So there's a wide range here.
I've never heard either of these cars, despite that
get
they're
that
here.
point. I was closest.
Yeah,
Or
but
you.
how could you
I
possibly?
said it was Impala.
Would you ever
Or
mistake the
Monte
CRZ
Carlo.
for the Pantera? They would.
No, I know what a
The range
carbureted
of
V8 sounds
potential sounds for the Bravada ranges from CRZ to Pantera.
A Bravada drives by, and Raphael's like, "Oh wow, a Pantera! How exciting!"
A Bravada drives by, he thinks it's a CRZ. He was so confident it was a small engine. It's a 4.3 liter.
Let me tell you something. On my Richter scale, they register the same.
Wow.
It stems from the 5.3, so it's like
It's not my kind
almost
of car.
there.
That is
almost there.
sacrilege to the 4300 community, of which we are a part.
You can have it.
He also got only 1. So Raphael's the winner.
Bravo,
Although I
well
think
done.
we're all losers today.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
I like that you have excluded yourself from the humiliation of having
I
to
would
do
have gotten
this.
them all, no question.
Oh, of course, I'm sure.
And by the way, he got the STS initially because of the door thing too. You couldn't remember which car had it, but this has it, like the Corvettes.
But it doesn't. That makes a lot of sense. I was trying to think of
XLR.
what car had door handles that aren't regular door handles.
Admittedly, with that car, I remember it from, I think it was the STS on Top Gear that was bonging constantly. Like, that's what I was listening for, and I didn't hear that. So.
I heard the door actuator.
But I heard the door actuator.
Hear the door actuator, and I specifically opened the door when he was speaking so he wouldn't hear it. He was like, I'm scared, and I pulled the door right then so we couldn't hear it.
You got me.
He thought that the Cadillac was the Black Series and the Black Series was the
Kennan,
Cadillac.
you have driven each of these cars.
No, I haven't.
You have started
I've
up
driven
each
one
of
of
these
these.
cars. You've moved them into the office, not driven enthusiastically.
Let me explain something to you. When I'm moving cars, I'm trying to focus on not hitting anything. That's what I'm focused on. I'm not focused
I agree.
on
He
anything.
came
He
down
just
here,
like comes
he
down
came
here.
down here ready. Before we even started rolling, he was like, I'm just gonna let you know, my excuse is that Kennan has driven all these cars.
Not
Which is
excuse.
not true because guess who's going to move them to put them all back where he wants them because he likes
Well,
the
but this is
control.
after the game. I
Okay,
don't
this is
benefit.
going off the rails, but the point is, Raphael is the
Bravo,
winner.
well
This
done,
was a
Raphael.
fantastic I'm shocked at how hard this was. I honestly thought all of you were going to get all of them.
It's surprisingly hard. Also, it feels weird when exhaust is on your leg and it's popping a lot. It's odd.
Look at that. Ridiculous.
Okay, thank you for watching, everyone, and my sincere apologies to Kennan's shoe. Raphael, congratulations.
Congratulations. Goodbye.
Bye.